6:52, day 4, right? Yeah, day 5 doesn't sound right. We're talking a little soft because there are a few people at the campsite here. So I got 3 drops of rain last night. Literally like 3 drops. That was it. It was awesome. We're gonna be walking up the meadow right there. Super cool. So we're going to the little river crossing right in front of us here. We're gonna get some water and then start walking up that valley. We both slept pretty good. It seemed like we woke up every 3 hours, but we were fine. I put on my booties, got a little chillier, and I didn't have any extra stuff on, so I was really good. Gabrielle put her gloves on, she was all set. So I had a pretty good night's sleep. It was awesome. It's a little chilly this morning. You can see we're kind of bulked up. Mine is a little tattered, and our shirts are not totally dry, so we're wearing wet tops. So, all right. Well, here we go for day 4. Get my electrolyte stuff all set, and we're gonna start going. Look at the flow of water going in there, man. Supposedly, well, actually, Gabrielle did. I swear she loaded up water yesterday. That was after a bunch of horses were in a stream and were peeing in it because it kind of stunk. I advised her to get water upstream further, but she chose not to. So I think she's good, which proves my point that I've never actually tested, is you can collect water from a toilet and then drink it.
A used toilet, I'm assuming?
A used toilet, yes. But we think we're gonna have to try something like that because what we're at least for sure gonna have to do.
We're gonna go through like cow land at some point.
Yeah, so. Cow land. So we're gonna be getting water from who knows what. So it is freaking cold, man. And I don't have my gloves on. It's really cold in this meadow. Really pretty though. But, yeah, a little uncomfortable. I'll warm up here in 10 minutes or so. It's pretty good, huh, G? Yeah, we're getting to the sun here. Notice all the bushes around us. These yellow bushes have these cute little buttercup type flowers on them. They're all over us.
Yeah, these bushes are like everywhere.
Yeah, so that's what we stopped because the bushes are everywhere, but we don't see the flowers on them blooming, so that's a treat. We'll have to get a shot of our feet here. Like,
there's a little damp.
I don't know if you can tell in the video, but our feet aren't wet though. Oh, there's my shadow. Sunshine, baby. Come on. I've been singing John Denver songs for some strange reason, Colorado. Can't get out of my stinking head. So, yeah. Woo. All right, man, this is a long meadow. Okay. So look at this sparkle if I walk a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of sparkly with the sun. As you said, it looks pretty epic behind us. Oh, that's really beautiful, man.
See, in this area is where you could potentially see a moose.
Yeah. Oh, I have a new idea for an app. I guess I can do this. We call that the Scat Finder.
Scat ID?
ScatID.com. Basically, you take a photo of any poop and it'll tell you what kind of poop it is with a percentile, like 90% elk, 10% deer, and then of course pictures of the animals. And if you want to learn more about the animals, you can do that too.
Ooh, you could have in there what their primary diet is.
Ooh, what their primary diet? That's right, you can do that. Anyway, so it's endless. Now, I don't know how many people will be interested in a Scat ID, app. But I could totally do it. It means you could do the entire app. I could do all the AI stuff and she can do all the design. That would actually be pretty funny. Oh, well, it keeps going. Going and going and going. And you can see see some peaks or hills with no trees on them. My watch says we're just at 10,000 feet right now.
We were at 10,200 back there, so
Yeah.
we're probably a little higher.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
try to eat a Snickers bar
Well,
when it's cold.
at least it's not like melting like it was before. Yeah. Pretty nice. Yeah, I got full-size Pro meal bar. I might take a couple chunks of that. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? So we were talking about the two guys that we talked to yesterday who were pretty bummed about the trail magic. They kept going, so they were walking through this during that thunder and lightning, unless they stopped somewhere, but I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, sunshine here and there. Purple daisies, as she said. Passed one epic campsite to our right. Looked really neat. We saw some more, we think it's moose pope back at one of the little trees. There are a few trees. So I wonder if they hang out by trees. Our feet now are completely damp, or the tops of them, because the grass, everything is wet, and it's just, you know, right on the trail. Pretty nice. Just came upon some signage. Brookside McCurdy Trail, 607, straight up there. Huh.
So there's probably maybe a couple campsites up right
Oh,
up
I
there.
know. It looks like this would be a really nice campsite area. I thought there'd be some like right here, but a little too sloped. But yeah, it looks like it flattens out in front of us here. And when the sun hits you, it just like feels so good. Whew. I can't smell the plants yet. It's a little too early. I'm sure there's some good smelling plants around here. Oh, there's a little squirrel, chipmunk or something. See, it just keeps going. Just going. Oh, I see somebody walking up there. Something's moving. Oh, they must be. I wonder if those are the horses that are pooping on the trail.
Is that a horse I see?
There's horses. There's a number of them. They're white.
Wow.
That we've seen so much poop on this trail. We feel like just ahead of us.
I see one moving.
Yeah, and I see an orange thing too. Well, we'll find out.
Well,
So we're coming up to the horses right here. Like a couple gals and 3 horses, 4. That makes sense.
we're walking through the meadow. Stinking gorgeous. You're on video, Daddy-O. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little brisk. And hopefully our legs don't get wet from all the moisture on the foliage and fauna.
All right, so we stopped probably 15 minutes, talked with those ladies. Tennessee and Virginia, 4 horses. They're going like 10, 15 miles a day. So this is the first time ever we've actually caught up with horses, which is pretty amazing actually. But they're going, what, around 10 to 15 a day, they said. It takes them like an hour and a half to set up and, you know, set down, break, whatever. Yeah, each both sides. So, but yeah, I'm sure we'll talk more about it another time when I can remember. Now we're starting to hike again. So this valley just keeps going though. Look at this thing, just keeps going. A little bit of sun on us, so that's good. We're warm now. So we got ourselves breakfast. And we're looking up. Looks like to the end of the meadow. I'm not quite sure if that goes and turns. I don't look at the map very often. Kind of nice not knowing where you're going exactly. Get to guess a lot, usually wrong. What are you having, G? You're having oatmeal today too, right?
Oatmeal, and I don't feel like getting
The
my stove out,
yeah.
so I guess we're cold soaking.
All right, it only takes like 15 minutes max. So we're drying. G's getting her tent. My tent is pretty. I think they both are dry, but the ground cloths are.
Yeah, those are wet.
They really need it.
Yeah, my tent. It's not really that wet.
All right, G's figured out our path. And I am having some tasty Pop-Tarts today. I thought I was having oatmeal. I'm pretty stoked I'm having something different. So I'm finishing my Pro Meal Bar Pop-Tarts. And I got that nasty green juice stuff, which I don't know, for some reason it makes me feel like I'm eating something really healthy. All right, G, so you were saying about
so we have
trek?
A little over a mile to like the top of a saddle, basically.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's basically the same type of elevation that we've been doing, which is not really much. And then we go back downhill for 2 miles, basically to where we started again, not that bad. And then we just kind of roll up and down.
Cool.
The whole day. And then there's a spot at like Rock Creek, which would be a little over 15. But I would like to go a little bit.
If we feel good, we could go.
I would like to go a little bit further. And then basically anytime we see a good camp spot.
Yeah.
After that.
Is there water after that?
There is water after that. Okay. So yeah, at like 11.3, there's a gulch.
Gulch. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so we might get some fun terrain too. Then.
And then after that, there's like a road intersection, but that would be dry camping.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Contains probably something that's not good.
Well, Chris, you're never far from our thoughts when we're hiking. Thank you for the green magic stuff. And Gabrielle, what is that?
Crystal Light lemon tea left over from last year.
That's awesome. The myth continues. There is a real person called Chris from Atlanta. We're still going up the valley. It's 9:45 or so. Started hiking from our breakfast. Do a nice little aspen grove. And then we're out, and then we'll go right back in. Miles or something?
Yeah, we must have 2 miles.
I'll be fine. I got half a liter. Typical nice little stream. Things are so pretty. Always come from all the way up here. We're coming up to the gate. It's like the official exit of the meadow. That was like a 6 mile long meadow. Crazy, huh? Wow. On to the next thing. All right, so these mountains are on our right. Because there's so many trees, I don't know the kind of view that we're gonna get, but there's some cool looking like greenway up there. Some nice rocks in the distance. Distance there, we caught a glimpse of peaks with snow on them. So that's super cool. So I'm on a big rock ledge right here. You probably can't see me though. There's my shadow right there. Yeah. Okay, so we dropped into this little valley here. These are the mountains I was telling you about. It's too bad these trees are here, kind of blocking that big view. And then, oh, I gotta grab a tree here so I don't fall off. All right, hold on. I turned the camera off by mistake. All right, so now we see Big Valley down there, and there's snow in those mountains. So at some point, we're gonna merge with that range, I think. Yeah, cool, huh? Yeah, that's pretty nice. So, I guess we're headed over there somewhere. We're gonna meet them up. Oh, we've dropped, we're probably almost done dropping, a couple 100 feet. And everything's changed, warming up a little bit. And of course, the trees have changed. There's just a ton of aspens that we've been going through. Looks like we're gonna open up here to more aspens coming up. Ooh, look at this. Wow. So we've been hiking through this kind of forest for a little while, and we're gonna come to a trail merge or something like that here. And then we think we're gonna walk through just the entire hillside of aspen, which is right on the other side of us. Aspens go all the way up to the very top. It's just really unusual. So it's a really nice hike. Yeah, here comes the trail crossing thing. So we're at the junction. Yeah, it's suggested horse route Long Gulch Trailhead. So this must be the gulch.
And then
We're going to Kenosha Pass then, huh?
Yep.
Sweet.
Should be there sometime tomorrow.
All right. Oh, we're not gonna hit the gulch today? Oh, the pass. Yeah, the pass tomorrow. And the gulch today. No, we're at the gulch, right?
Yes.
Yes. I hear some voices down there. I don't know what's going on. See, it's changing to aspen.
I think it's the two Texas things.
People are having an animated discussion. All right. Oh, back in. That's right. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
In the Pike National Forest. All right.
Yeah, we've been going in and out of it.
Yeah. So, we think this is where we came from right here and came down in this valley. And so we started seeing those hills, mountains. And then we were able to see some new ones too. They're pretty cool. Sorry, it flies on me. Pretty cool. It's kind of warm. We're going through aspens, which don't have a full canopy. But so we are dealing with some sun, but not as much. This is a little more open than it has been. The air is a lot cooler today, so that super hot weather we had the first couple days, that is not with us. Plus we're up higher. We're down below 10,000 right now though. We dropped and we got water back there. And I think it's time-wise it's about 11:30. So we're doing great. We're doing really good today. We can see in the distance the mountains with the snow. Typical trail. Got the School of the Rock Formation up there. That's kind of nice. Just happened to see that when I was walking. We'll get another view of it here. Oh yeah. That's kind of interesting. I've seen a lot of really cool rock formations on this trip. I wish I took pictures of like all of them, because they're kind of, what kind of art is that? Like the rocks we've seen before that it just, you know, that are kind of soft rounded and they're stacked.
Yeah.
Is that modern art? What is that? I don't know what that is, but I love that. That'd be a cool little photo essay thing. Walking in a little different area. Whew. Those old trees are really kind of special. Yeah, a lot of dead trees.
What if it's from the beetle stuff?
Could be.
This doesn't really look
Different
like
rocks. Look how rough those rocks are.
Ooh.
Yeah. It smells really good though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Kind of like pine and beeswax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, this is a small anthill from what we've seen today, but they're pretty gnarly. Oh, there went my foot. These are aggressive, man. Defending their home. We saw some massive ones that were like volcano shaped, and then some actually had like a crater in them. They were going in and out of. I don't see much of that. There's one area in particular. There's a lot of that. So we're seeing a lot of these, down trees, old trees. We've seen a couple sections like this. This is actually one of the biggest. So we don't think they're avalanches because you don't see the tops off of anything. And we don't think there's a fire because the ground just doesn't look like fire. It looks totally different. There's too many old, healthy looking trees. So, but some of the trees are burnt. So what we're thinking is, they used to have a lot of beetle problems. And I wonder if the trees, they lit them on fire, they cut them down, lit them on fire or whatever, but just to kill the beetles. I remember that as a kid, the beetles were going just rampant, and so they would actually light trees on fire, kill the beetles. Wow, this is actually the biggest we've walked through.
Yeah, like the trees still have all the pine needles on, so that's not fire.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then but a lot of these, of course, do fall later, so that's why you don't want to camp right here. Call them widowmakers. So this is sage right here. This is like really, really good. I don't know if I've seen this particular strain. It really smells great. Of course, you got these cool purple flowers. So it's 12:50. We just watered up, and we're gonna stop at the next place that we like for lunch. I'm really tired. My left shoulder's bugging me. Back's bugging me a little bit because I'm leaning over so much. I'm not using my core. That sucks. So I'm a little tired, but we've been hiking since what? 6:45, 7 o'clock today? Yeah. You got welts on your toes.
Just look at the butt.
Am I looking at your toe? Can you see that?
No, you are not looking at my toe. Of course, I can't. I'm hoping. See,
we're gonna start
free foot
over.
content.
All right, so we're at lunch. Airing out. I'm not gonna get really into UVs. Gabrielle's got some foot issues.
No, it's just I probably got bit last night.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, mine are doing good. My legs are not. You can see a little of the red.
You got like a gross one right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably a rubbing. I've got stuff from.
That looks like it could be oozing at some point.
Oh my gosh. Where is that?
Lower, right there.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty. Some of those are mosquito bites from Tennessee. Anyways, okay. How far did we go today so far?
We've gone 12.2.
Woo! 12.2.
Mm-hmm.
We're at just about 10,000. So we've been hanging around 10,000 all day.
Yeah.
Once we got the stuff. So what do you have? You're having some Fritos.
I have so many Fritos. This is enough Fritos for 3 days is what I have. So I have tons of Fritos.
I got Fritos on that side and nuts on that side. So
Yeah. I'm
gonna power down the nuts because they're really heavy. And I'm gonna have a tuna packet. I'm not sick of them, but that's a lot of tuna I've eaten. And of course I have my Satisfied Snickers bar. Packed with peanuts. Snickers really satisfies.
That's great.
Yeah, pretty good.
I've got a chomp.
Chomp? Or a turkey chomp or a beef?
I've got a beef. I had a turkey one this morning.
Yeah.
And then I haven't decided what I'm going to eat out of this. Either my Bobo bar.
I love those. Oh, that reminds me. Mom's got to bring the...
Or my Almond Joy.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to have the Almond Joy at dinner. But I also have my gummies. And I didn't eat my candy bar last night. So, that fly just flew straight into your face.
I know. Sometimes you can see the mosquitoes or flies. They just come see them in your glasses coming straight at you. And bam, they just whack you. It's like...
I also have peanut butter too. Yeah. That's mostly if I felt like... But I don't know if I'm hungry enough that I'm really going to need that. So.
There's something I was going to have Mom bring me. That I wanted to eat.
Oh, to eat?
Oh well, this is what I go through.
What? Losing your mind?
Yes. All right, it's 1:45. Epic lunch. Fully hydrated. I have my Celsius caffeine enriched power water. So we have 3.6 miles to where we're gonna fill up with water, and that has to hold us until tomorrow, which is then 6 miles after that. So we're gonna fill up with water, then we're gonna camel up, bloat, make sure we're fully got our 2 liters or whatever of water, and then we're gonna just start walking till we get to the next really sweet camp spot. So it's, I think I said the time, it's 1:47 as I speak. So that'll be about 2, 3, 4. We'll get camp before 5 for sure. My guess is 4:30, maybe 4:30, something like that. So
Potentially get there at like 4.
At 4, yeah, which would be great, relaxing, especially if it's a really great campsite. So it's been a really good day. Saw some really cool stuff again. So all right, hike on. So we can see a little bit more where we came from, and we think we came from over here, went across kind of thing, but it's pretty cool. Oh, nice scenery there. So we think we know what we're doing here. Right now we were going north. Now we're kind of going west again, but that valley, we are going to hike on that range, I think. But we have to kind of go up, go north, west. That's where we're going to hit Breckenridge and Frisco, and then we'll start to go south. So we're kind of making a big loop over where that valley kind of ends. I haven't looked at the map to confirm that, but I believe what I've seen on the map when I was looking at it, that's the situation. So that's pretty cool. That means we'll be hiking in those super high mountains, which is just what we're looking for. Lots of meadow hiking. Way in the distance. Woo! There's the mountain, the snow. Woo! Pretty nice, huh? See the whole mountain range right here. At least parts of it. Super nice. And to the right of us, we got a bunch of rocks up here. Very nice. That's our first real lupin patch. Where's that lupin? Where is that? Gee, I don't see it. Darn it. Oh, a bunch of flowers. I missed the lupin. Oh, here's some. Oh, there's the bumblebee. Oh, he's moving. Oh. Super pretty. We got the firecrackers. Those are always cool. Super nice. Alright, here's some lupin. Here we got some lupin. Different, really thin, super thin leaves. Pretty little flowers on them. You haven't guessed, lupin is like, that's got to be my favorite flower. Got a lot of them growing at home.
Yeah. It's warm with the sun, but wonderful with the wind.
Just keeps getting better. here's another shot of where we came from today. So I think one of the differences between the Colorado Trail and the Pacific Crest Trail that we've noticed is that Colorado Trail does not hike on the top, on the ridge line, on the crest, like the Pacific Crest Trail does. There's probably a good reason for that because of all the lightning and thunder. But still, though, we would have been up at the top of that going across instead of down here. Check that out. Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Just happened to see that. Woo.
That's cool.
Yeah, neat, huh? So all these kind of light green patches, that's all sage. That's all, that's all over here. Woo. Up on the side. We've seen a lot of it, but I don't remember seeing this much at once. Got to a road, and it says go this way. You follow the road, I guess, huh? What we do is we look for another sign. Little camp spot right there. She's probably checking it out right now.
What?
Did you verify?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going the right way? Okay.
Oh, going the right way. I mean, I'm assuming that sign was pretty apparent.
Yeah. And there's tons of campsites right here. Yeah. Oh, there's a house right down there. Sweet. We just went up this, I don't know, 10-minute steep incline, whatever. Colorado Trail. Oh, yeah, that way, Lost Creek. All that stuff. Closed to bikes. Gosh, that's a shame. All right, so I guess that means we just keep going this way. So we hiked out of where we crossed the river. I didn't video the river, but there was a really good size mountain stream, crossed that, and then we just started going up from the other side. Oh, here's the parking lot. Must be a trailhead right here. Got a car. So there we go. Lost Creek Wilderness. You can read all about, oh, got some cougars. That's really the only thing they're talking about is cougars. Okay. Cougars freak people out. Us included. Because they're cats. Cats are wily. Yeah, that's right. So we're waiting to run into our stream where we're going to water up for the next 6 miles. That might be it down there. I don't know yet. But we're looking at another super cool valley. Yeah, all that kind of brighter green, that's all sage. This is just sage paradise. All right, we found a camp spot. We're checking out where to actually set our tents up. Epic view. Got a lot of wind. Hopefully no condensation tonight. Should be a beautiful evening. Woo! Pretty good. Now we're gonna try and we gotta figure out where and directional and all that stuff for our tents. Oh, get that. Yeah, that's basically camp setup. Got stuff kind of set up. Doing our shoes and you can see. I'll do another picture, but yeah, we're getting all set up for camp right here. It's just about 4:50. We're chilling. We got a nice little breeze up here, so things are, and it's sunny, and so things are drying out and get sanitized by real UVs, stuff like that.
I've been requested to. Oh, that's
lovely.
lovely.
Huh? Lovely. That's what we do. Get that ashes. Ah! I don't know if you can tell us that. Ah.
Really getting into the soft tissue and ligaments, nice and crunchy.
Here's a crunch. Oops.
Okay, we're done.
So you can see my shoes right there, getting some full sun exposure because they are still damp from earlier today. So I need to get those.
Are you sure it's from earlier today and not just your foot sweat?
Putrescent? I don't think so. So there's the other drying miscellaneous clothing particles.
I think I'm gonna lay my socks in the sun.
Why don't you? Yeah, I think you should. Either that or light them on fire. So yeah, we got our tent set up pretty good. It's a little tricky. It's just some of the ground there's rock, and some of the ground there's roots, and some of the ground it's like duff, and it doesn't hold the stake well, so it's a little tricky. But other than that, it's like, this is great.
Dad setting up the Garmin to do a check-in, even though we got here almost 3 hours ago. Sorry, Mom. We're really okay, even though we haven't told you yet.
Even if we're not okay, we're like okay. All right, it is end of day 4. We got to check our stats. Yeah, today was a very interesting day, not usual. All right, I have 32,000 steps.
I have 35,000.
That makes sense. I did use my tracking, but not a whole lot because we did a lot of downhill
Your
today.
legs are long, Dad.
What?
Your legs are long.
My
so
legs.
I take more steps.
I'm like, what are you talking about? All right. I got 3,032 calories.
I have 2,939.
Yeah, we're usually really close on the calories.
Damn.
That was a pretty good day. As long as you're over 2,500, I consider that a really good day.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So today was a very cool day. We started at, what was our elevation?
Oh, we're like
Well, no. Well, what was the high point?
10,200. The high point was probably like almost 10,700.
Yeah, we were up pretty good, and now
we're at like 9,700.
97. So what's that? 3,000 feet?
No, that's 1,000 feet.
1,000 something. Okay. Yeah, because I get that. I don't know, because because we dropped a lot today, but we did some up, course, and then we did a couple climbs, but it was mostly just it was pretty much a stroll for a lot of the times, which was super nice.
Yeah, like the first 5.5 miles, we were just cruising by the meadow.
Yeah, and it was cold.
It was very cold.
Which is kind of refreshing because it's been so hot.
We were in and out of the sun. And then, especially at the beginning, it took a little while for my fingers to like regain feeling because it was just really cold in camp.
Yeah, and you had gloves on. I Smart Crib didn't put gloves on.
My hands get really start losing circulation. It's not great.
Not great.
But yeah, and then
so that was a great hike out of that.
Then the rest of the day from that was, I don't know, it was we went through a lot of aspen groves.
Yeah.
And some of them were like really tall.
Mm-hmm.
And you were kind of like going through an aspen forest, and then some of them were like medium or shorter in like a meadow almost.
Yeah.
It was really cool because it was like you were in trees, but it was wide open at the same time.
Yeah. So one of the unique things today is that we had like different groves, mixed groves, just aspen, evergreens, and intermixed with kind of in meadows and outside of meadows, and we had some foresty stuff. We had just a huge diversity of ecosystems. Is that the right word?
I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
and tons of flowers.
Yeah, a lot of different wildflowers.
So that was really cool, and we had a ton of open space today.
And a really good breeze because it would have been incredibly uncomfortable if there was no breeze because the sun was just beating down on you. But the air was still like cool. So when the breeze was going.
Yeah, so we had today was actually a pretty good hiking day.
And then we got to see the mountains that we'll eventually be hiking in.
Oh yeah.
In the distance. So
yeah, and you confirmed that.
Yes.
Tell about that.
So Dad noticed that it looked like there was a couple like ski runs, and we're going into Breckenridge is one of the stops. So that's basically what we were looking at is Breckenridge. And then once we hit that, then we start going along basically like the ridge and like the crest basically of that mountain range basically.
So that's pretty cool. That everything kind of makes sense now. We're kind of going, first we kind of go northwest a little bit actually, and now we're kind of west. And then once we hit Breckenridge, we're going to kind of turn south. Basically we go south.
But it's Durango. Nice because we finally get to see kind of like where we're going, like what we've done behind us. Before you're just kind of like socked in the trees. I feel like the past couple days has just been like building to what the trail is actually going to be like for the large majority of it.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
I feel like these first couple of days have just been like training.
Yeah, so we not only got to see in front of us the epic mountains we're going to get to go through, and that's just this face. The real stuff is behind what we can't see. Right?
No, it's not behind because it would just be
right,
further that direction.
We're seeing like the the first mountains from the valley floor.
Okay.
The bigger ones are usually like, behind those. Yeah, so anyway, there was snow there. And we got to look back today. Right?
Yeah.
We got to look back to where we saw the range that we kind of hiked out of from the valley. And then we got to look back. And that's really satisfying to watch you get further away from something. And then, like Breckenridge,
like it doesn't look
we
that
didn't know
far.
what it was. Yeah, yesterday. Did we get a peek yesterday? Or is it today we got our first
This
peek?
morning.
This morning, we're like, whoa, man, that is like so far away. We didn't know what, I didn't know what we were looking at. And then it's like, oh, we're already like significantly closer.
Yeah.
That's so cool to hike that way.
We're only like 36 miles away from it.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah, we've hiked 65 miles.
Oh yeah, so we passed the 50-mile mark, and you said we're gonna just pass 100 when we go into Frisco.
Yeah, it's like 102 something.
I know, isn't that cool? So that's a big deal for us. Every 100-mile mark will be a big deal. Yeah, 500 miles, that'll be super sweet. So physically, how are we doing physically? I'm doing good.
I'm doing pretty good. I could tell on the areas that we did have to go uphill, if it was a higher incline, the gas in my legs just would give out at some point, and then be like, okay, we can't go very fast.
Yeah.
So that was just annoying. And then all the little like ligaments and stuff around like my ankle and my feet are they're just tired because they aren't used to the ongoing for hours on end for multiple days. Yeah. So, but beyond that, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, there's no like dangerous, no energy, or not energy. What's the right word I was going to say? Not emergency. I mean, everything is like working. Yeah. No problems like that. Injuries.
Yeah.
Emergency.
We don't really have any injuries or like, lack of calorie intake.
Yeah, we don't feel nauseous or
anything
like that.
The altitude seems to be doing okay. I mean, things are harder, but it's nothing compared to last year.
Yeah. So the only thing for me is my feet are doing great. I could tell they were getting a little kind of beat up, but it's nothing compared to what they used to feel like. First couple of trips, our feet were just like what the hell is you doing to my feet? I mean, they hurt, they ached. But now we're like kind of used to. I think they're numb. My feet are actually kind of numb.
Oh, I don't think my feet are numb because it's always the last couple of miles. If we stop and start, it's like. But I just feel like I'm more comfortable with pain at this point. I'm like, this is normal.
Yeah. So my left shoulder, for some that kind of bothered me, and once we stopped and got a break near the last part, I was fine. I usually when one of my shoulders hurts, I loosen the strap. So this time after I think lunch, I tightened them both, and then actually that's all.
I think you should just use your hip belt for a day.
No, I don't like using the hip belt because I know if I need a hip belt, I'm carrying too much. That's the way I look at it. So what's the other thing?
What do you say about me then? I always use a hip belt.
Well, yeah, but that's what you do. That's not what Craig does.
It's distributing the weight evenly along your back
and
your shoulders.
That's my test. If I'm not comfortable with like a day pack, then I need to drop my weight somehow. That's the way I'm looking at it. Not my physical weight, my backpack weight. So what else is that? Oh, my back, my you know when you bend over and you don't like bend your legs and you do that like over and over, like if you put up a tent when it's raining and you're not take the time to bend over to hammer in the tent stake. Yeah, so my back was pretty sore today, and I think that's completely self-inflicted. Yeah, so hopefully that'll heal up. Because I know sitting in a tent, if you sit up straight and you put your legs out and you do that for a while, then you get uncomfortable. It was like that last year for the first week or two, but that's not bothering me at all. So I don't think it's not like a core issue. It's just a lameness issue.
I think eventually our bodies are going to get pretty used to the toll. Yeah,
and just sleeping on the ground. That's a little. Even though I got an Epic pad, it's still. I mean, I'm not used to that yet.
I don't have an. I'm going to get a new pad. I think. Because this one I think already has like 400 miles on it.
So. Oh yeah, and we're making our list. I already have my list for REI when we get into Frisco, and then when we talk to Katrina when we get there, a couple of things I'm gonna that I'd like her to bring for me too. Yeah. So that'll be good because we're gonna see her in Salida. Yeah. Which I noticed in the airplane, Salida and exit. That's the same thing. So maybe you're exiting the mountains.
It's weird because people in Colorado, they don't really say a lot of the Spanish words like they're actually Spanish.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But it is. I'm sitting in the airplane looking up there and Salida, like, oh, that's that's where we're going to meet Katrina. I'm like, wait, that's exit.
Yeah.
I took 2 years of Spanish. I think I would have recognized that. Anyways, so it was a good day. It was a pretty cool day. Very different day. It's such a different trail than anything we've ever done before. So I think we're getting used to that and kind of just leaning into that and say this is the way it is, and it's just going to get better and better.
Well, we're seeing more nice things. I feel like the first couple of days, there were a few things that were great, and then
yeah. Oh, and we met no interesting people today, which is really unusual.
It's weird. It's like everybody would like blazed ahead of us because there were tons of people around us the first like 2 days, and now you see like the trail runners.
Yeah, bikers. We'll see that.
We see a couple bikers, but we saw a couple, a backpacking couple passed us while we were eating breakfast, and then the 2 Texan guys that we saw last night.
Yeah. Okay. There's one other thing we found. I don't know if I said this before, but the poop on the trail, the horse poop, was getting just like, dang it. It's like we're like gaining because it's fresher and there's like a lot of it, man.
The tracks, especially the morning after it rained, you're like, that is before. We're like,
that's these are close, and so I said, it's impossible. You can't catch up to horses. But then it was like, I think we're gaining, and so at the very top of the valley, right. We're like, all these ladies. I'm like, we caught up to them.
Yeah, that was
quite
cool.
a feat.
I forgot about that. We did meet the interesting people.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. They were the interesting people.
They're from, what was it, West Virginia or Virginia?
Virginia and Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah. So, but I don't want to talk. We'll have to save some of that. But we don't know much about it other than it's got to be a logistical nightmare.
They were doing their plans to do the whole Colorado Trail.
Yeah, the whole thing on horses.
So they each have a horse and they have a pack horse.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we can talk a little about it. But they had, but the logistics, they just can't like go into town. Somebody's got to be with the horses. Yeah. They got to figure
They got to go to a feed store just in case the grazing isn't that great. So they're carrying feed.
And they got to deal with lightning and thunder just like we do, but they have like animals with them.
Tall animals.
Yeah, tall animals.
Who also probably don't like lightning.
Yeah, and they brought the horses here like in a horse trailer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they put in thousands to do this thing.
Lots of money.
It's going to take them how many days?
Well, they're 50? No, because they're doing 10 to 15. So my guess is around 40. 40
days, okay. Yeah, I was blown away that they like trailered a horse. I'm thinking, okay, these gals are into some money because that's a
lot of time.
That's a lot of time and money. So, but that's pretty cool. They were stoked to be out there.
Yeah,
figuring it out.
It was like day 5 for them. I think they were saying.
Yeah, so we did meet one group of interesting people.
They were nice. They were cool.
Yeah. So, all right. Anything else?
No.
All right. All right. Well, good night from day 4. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to go over a pass.
Yes.
And
then almost go over another pass.
So it'd be interesting to see what the pass looks like compared to what we endured last
I don't think it's
year.
Gonna be that
I know. Our expectations need to be like, oh, it's a saddle. And then it'll be like, wow, that's cool. So, all right. Good night, everybody.